I am a Christian. I believe the Bible. I believe in Jesus. And just like I believe that God has called us to steward things like our kids, called us to steward things like our money and be faithful with those things, I also believe that He's called us to steward the land that He's given us. Hey guys, welcome to Oxford Acres. I'm Zach. This is Raya right here. This is my main girl on the farm. She's the guardian. She loves some snuggles. I'm gonna show them your face there, big girl. Let's see, maybe. There you go. Big old smile for them. All right, so we're gonna start out, we're gonna get the pigs fed, and we'll get started for the day. So as you can see, the pigs are still, they're still starting to get used to me. Let's get their feed dishes out before they knock all this over. Here you go, guys. So as far as the feed goes, what we've got here is it's a mixture of an organic corn, an organic soybean meal, and then a organic non-GMO, just commercial feed that we mix it all in there. We throw in some kelp meal, and we let it ferment for 72 hours. I'll show you guys in another video kind of the fermentation process. We just do it out of these 5-gallon buckets. We make it really easy, really simple. All right, so we're gonna move the chickens real quick. I'm gonna walk you through the process of honestly, just how easy it is to move this tractor. As you can see right here, I just take this wheel. I've got a 6-inch carriage bolt that hangs out of both sides. I pick this up and I stick the wheel on. It makes it really easy to do that on both sides. And then I'm able to pick the front end up. They kind of pivot there on the back, and it makes it really easy just to move them. Just like that, the chickens are moved. They've got fresh grass. They've got bugs to eat. They've got grass to eat. Typically the first thing they go after is that clover in there. Happy as can be. So one of the things that you'll hear me preach over and over and over is just about, oh, I gotta shut the lid on this chicken tractor. So one of the things that you'll hear me preach over and over and over is about everything we're doing here is to improve the fertility in our soil. We love the idea of sustainable agriculture, but more than anything, we are huge advocates of regenerative agriculture. Just like, so a lot of you may know me. People that don't know me probably wouldn't know, but I am a Christian. I believe the Bible. I believe in Jesus. And just like I believe that God has called us to steward things like our kids, called us to steward things like our money and be faithful with those things, I also believe that He's called us to steward the land that He's given us. I don't want, when I leave this earth, I don't want the land that I have been given, the land that I have been called to steward, I want it to be left better than when I got it. So we believe in rotational grazing. We believe that increases soil fertility, giving land time to rest in between grazing periods. The chickens, all their manure, it's really, really heavy and a lot of really good nutrients for the soil. So that's what we believe. That's what we're chasing. That's our dream. The more fertile our soil is, the more animals that we can end up running over it. So right now, let's just say that my property will support let's just say 15 head of sheep. I don't really have numbers on that. I'm just kind of making up a number, but say it can hold 15 head of sheep right now with the amount of grass that we're able to grow. My hope is in a few years, I want to be able to double that number. And there is going to be a top out point, but eventually we want to increase the number of animals. We want to increase the diversity of livestock on our property. And you do all of that through increasing your soil fertility. So just like with the chickens, wanting to move them every day, we're taking similar approaches. We have been taking similar approaches to the sheep, to the goats. They're trying to knock over my camera right now. But we are trying to take similar approaches when it comes to how we move them, how often we rotate them. So the sheep and the goats right now are getting rotated about every 3 to 4 days. So right now, that's what I'm getting ready to do. We just have some simple, just an electric netting. So we'll take that, I've turned it off, we'll take that, we'll open up the gate, and usually they just run right on in. So it's really cool watching them get on that fresh grass. They're like kids in a candy shop. They'll go and they'll pick out what they really like. That's the first thing that they do. And then once they've picked through that, then they start eating the rest of it. So come here, sheep. Sheep, 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 sheep. Come here. Come here. Come on, sheep. Come on, sheep. Come on, sheep. There they go. Fresh grass. As you can see, they found this tall, dark green stuff. And that's the stuff that they're gonna pick through first. It's the stuff that's probably the most nutrient dense. They're getting in there, they're eating that up. We've got a lot of plantain out in our field, and that's something they usually will be all over there at the very beginning. So it's really cool watching them. They're really interesting animals. We're excited to see how they can continue to grow and continue to improve our pasture. Hey, so I know I talked a little bit ago about the fermented feed, so I'm just gonna kind of show you that process. We do this with our laying hens feed as well as our pig feed. We have done it with the meat birds before, but with the meat birds, we didn't see a significant, I guess, end result in the amount of feed that we used, and it really just kind of became cumbersome hauling up these 5-gallon buckets all the way to the front of the property. It's just a little more manageable with our laying hens and with our pig feed. So these are, you'll scoot right over here, Miss Olivia. I've got my big helper with me today. So these 2 buckets here, this bucket has been fermenting for about 48 hours. This one has been fermenting for about 24 hours. And this is the fresh bucket that we're getting ready to mix up right now. So tomorrow, when we feed this out, this will have been 72 hours. This one will have been 48. This one will have been 24, and we just kind of keep them in a rotation. So what we do is we have 1 part commercial pig feed, which I'll put in the bottom of this. There's already a little bit of rainwater in there. I've got another bucket of rainwater over here. We try our best to use rainwater. We have a rain barrel. We try to use that just because it doesn't have any of the chemicals that you're going to get from a city that can hinder that fermentation process. So I'll put some commercial pig feed in here. I'll put a few Are you making faces over there? You're being goofy, aren't you? I'll put some of the corn. I'll put some of the soybean meal, and then I'll also put the kelp. The kelp. We get that from Azure Standard. I don't know if you're familiar with them or not, but they are a phenomenal company. Phenomenal company where we get a lot of our food from, isn't that right? Yeah. All right, so let's get started on this. I'll take you along for the ride. All right, that's it for today's video. Like, comment, subscribe. If you've got any questions, feel free to ask. Like always, we really want to know what you guys think. We are also getting into gardening season. So right now we have planted some carrots, onions. What else do we have out there? What's your favorite vegetable?
Purple cauliflower.
We've planted some purple cauliflower for the first time. We've planted some regular cauliflower. We've planted broccoli. We've got cabbage. We've got strawberries growing.
And we planted some green cauliflower.
And we planted some green cauliflower as well. So if you would like to know, and we put tomatoes in the ground. We do have some tomatoes in the ground. If you would like to see any of that, let us know. We want to see how this YouTube channel can grow, if it goes in kind of the gardening direction as well.
We need to get the eggs.
We'll get the eggs here in a minute, you're right. But we're going to kind of just see how this thing goes, see what you guys like to watch. But let us know. We really want to know what your thoughts are. Thanks for watching, guys. See you later.